When Yugoslavia split from other communist bloc countries, they developed their own form of self-managing socialism. They did this to reinforce the decentralization and democratize decision-making in both productive enterprises and service institutions such as hospitals and health centers. Before the breakup of the country, the effectiveness of the system has been debated. One may say that decentralization had led to inefficient and wasteful use of resources, alongside perpetuating inequalities among regions where greater central planning and control was needed in order for it to be effective. Another may say that the dysfunction of the system were the result of too much continuation control by the state. But healthcare systems did provide said services, where many people who could afford them were able to manipulate the system to their advantage, often even paying additional fees to healthcare providers. Since the breakup, services were essentially free and were abused by the populace. General practitioners had no inducement, thus dealing the problems themselves. There were no financial controls on the purchase of medication. Due to the salaries being independently set by workers of each institution, there was a major inequality gap among institutions, also a high level of debt, which were covered by the state. Because the communist manner of financial management, health services had no fixed prices and were available to everybody without any financial control, the system being separated from other financial systems such as financial inspections. The reforms that have been widely instituted generally mandate a basic level of health services for everyone, with varying levels of co-payments supplemented by private insurance for services that are not part of the compulsory scheme. The result in Croatia is dissatisfaction of the part of large segments of the public and high proportions of the incomes of poor and middle-class people being spent on healthcare that used to be free. This spending contributes to growing income inequality, but it is not yet clear whether the increasing cost of care has resulted in worsening of the health of the poor.